Stonehenge remains one of the greatest enigmas in human history, an enduring riddle carved in stone. Who built it? How did they transport monolithic slabs, some weighing up to 50 tons, across 150 miles of unforgiving terrain without the aid of modern technology? And most crucially, why? While mainstream scholars suggest it may have been a primitive calendar, a solar observatory, or a temple for ancient rituals, alternative theories whisper of something far more profound, a secret embedded in the very foundation of our past. Was it merely a marker of time, or was it a cosmic device, a tool left behind by an advanced civilization to track celestial movements, align with the heavens, or perhaps signal the arrival of something beyond human comprehension? Its precise astronomical alignment suggests it was not just a place of worship, but a structure with a higher purpose, one intimately tied to the motions of the stars and possibly to the unexplained forces that governed the ancients' understanding of the universe. Could Stonehenge have been an ancient communication hub, a sacred meeting ground where humanity once stood in the presence of gods, extraterrestrial beings, or interdimensional travelers? Legends tell of druids harnessing its power, of strange energies surging within its sacred geometry, of vanished travelers and ghostly apparitions appearing within the stones, as if the site itself exists on the edge of two worlds. Some even speculate that it may have functioned as a stargate, a gateway between realms, allowing those with the right knowledge to pass into an unseen dimension or commune with celestial entities. The persistent myths of giants, demigods, and skyborne visitors constructing this site echo the narratives found across the world, from the colossal Baalbek stones in Lebanon to the precision-cut megaliths of Pumapunku in Bolivia, suggesting a shared global knowledge lost to time. Could Stonehenge have been one node in an ancient energy grid, a vast planetary network designed to harness and amplify cosmic energy, guiding or even summoning forces beyond our understanding? If so, what purpose did it serve? Was it a beacon, warning us of an impending celestial event, or an anchor, stabilizing something unseen yet immensely powerful? Some researchers claim that electromagnetic anomalies and unexplained fluctuations in energy fields have been recorded around Stonehenge, hinting at an unseen force still lingering within its ancient stones. The more we study it, the deeper its mystery becomes, an artifact of an epoch long forgotten, waiting, perhaps, for a revelation that will change our understanding of history forever. If Stonehenge's true function was once understood, could it have been deliberately concealed, buried under centuries of misinformation, its purpose lost to time? Or does it still hold an unfinished role, an ancient design meant to be activated under conditions we have yet to recognize? Could we be standing before a forgotten technology, an encrypted warning, or a message not from the past, but for the future? Tonight, we delve into the shocking theories that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about our past, our place in the universe, and the beings who may have once walked among us. The deeper we delve into the mystery of Stonehenge, the more perplexing its construction becomes. It stands as a technological anomaly, a marvel defying the limitations of its time, an engineering feat so inexplicable that it forces us to reconsider everything we believe about the capabilities of ancient civilizations. Moving stones of such massive proportions using only primitive tools and manpower is, by today's standards, almost unthinkable. The prevailing theories suggest that these monolithic slabs, some weighing up to 50 tons, were transported over 150 miles from the rugged landscapes of Wales to the windswept plains of Salisbury. But how? Conventional explanations propose the use of wooden sledges, ropes, and manpower, yet no modern experiment has successfully replicated such a task with the efficiency needed to explain Stonehenge's existence. More intriguingly, the site was built over 1,500 years, in multiple phases, yet despite the passage of centuries and the changing hands of civilizations, each phase adhered to a precise astronomical alignment, suggesting a deliberate and sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics that should have been far beyond the comprehension of its time. Was this knowledge passed down by an unknown source? Could Stonehenge have been a project spanning generations, maintained by an unseen force or intelligence guiding its completion? If it were merely a place of worship, Why was its orientation so meticulously aligned with solstices and planetary movements? Could it have served as a celestial beacon, a cosmic device fine-tuned to detect or communicate with something beyond Earth's atmosphere? These questions have led to alternative theories, ones that challenge the mainstream narrative and suggest that the true history of Stonehenge is far stranger than we have ever imagined. Some researchers have turned to ancient myths and esoteric traditions, seeking clues in the forgotten whispers of history. Among the most compelling is the sound levitation hypothesis, which proposes that the builders of Stonehenge may have used acoustic frequencies to defy gravity and move these impossibly heavy stones into position. While modern science scoffs at such an idea, ancient texts from various civilizations speak of priests, monks, and even gods who wielded the power of sound to manipulate matter. Legends from Tibet describe monks using harmonic resonance to lift boulders, while ancient Egyptian texts allude to priests chanting at a specific frequency to shift massive blocks of stone. Could it be that Stonehenge's builders discovered a lost science, a technology that modern physics is only beginning to comprehend? Were these stones attuned to a vibrational force and unseen energy that allowed them to be lifted and arranged with eerie precision? This theory grows more intriguing when we consider the accounts of electromagnetic anomalies recorded around Stonehenge, a phenomenon that suggests the site may have been more than a simple gathering place. Some scientists have documented unusual energy surges, magnetic fluctuations, and unexplained radio interference around the stones, hinting that they may have once been part of an ancient energy grid, perhaps even a structure that could manipulate the forces of gravity itself. If such a technology once existed, it has long since been lost, buried beneath layers of history and dismissed by the rigidity of modern academia. But what if it wasn't just an energy field at work? What if Stonehenge's builders possessed an understanding of magnetism and electromagnetic forces, one that allowed them to manipulate the very fabric of the Earth's natural energies? Some researchers have proposed that Stonehenge's location was carefully chosen due to its position on powerful ley lines, invisible energy pathways that crisscross the globe and are believed to be focal points of geomagnetic power. If these stones were specifically placed in alignment with these energy currents, could they have been used to harness or amplify Earth's magnetic field? Could the site itself have functioned as an ancient power station, a device that generated energy or even opened doorways to dimensions unknown? Such ideas may seem fantastical, yet countless ancient structures, including the Great Pyramids of Egypt, Machu Picchu, and the Nazca Lines, are positioned along these same ley lines, as if their builders were aware of an invisible network of forces shaping our world. What knowledge did they possess that we have lost? Did Stonehenge once serve as a hub of energy, a transmitter of cosmic information, or even a means of interstellar communication? If so, who or what was it built to contact? The deeper we investigate, the more peculiar the legends surrounding Stonehenge become. Geoffrey of Monmouth, a 12th century historian, wrote that Stonehenge was constructed by giants under the guidance of the wizard Merlin, an assertion that is often dismissed as pure mythology. However, stories of giants constructing ancient megalithic sites are not unique to Britain. Nearly every ancient culture, from the Sumerians, Hebrews, and Native Americans to the Norse and the Mayans, has stories of enormous beings who once roamed the earth, possessing knowledge and power far beyond that of humanity. Could these myths be distorted memories of real beings? If so, who were they? Some researchers suggest that these giants were not flesh and blood creatures, but descendants of a lost civilization or possibly extraterrestrial visitors. The Anunnaki of Mesopotamian legend, the Nephilim of biblical texts, or the fallen gods of Norse and Greek mythology. The notion that Stonehenge could have been built by non-human entities may seem extreme, but is it any more outlandish than believing primitive humans, without advanced technology, could have achieved this feat alone? If the site was indeed constructed under the guidance of superior beings, what was its true purpose? A temple, a device, or something beyond our comprehension? Adding to the intrigue is the enigma of the blue stones, the smaller, dark-hued stones that make up part of Stonehenge's structure. Unlike the larger sarsen stones, which were quarried locally, These blue stones were transported from Wales, more than 150 miles away. But why go through such extreme effort when suitable stones were available closer to the site? Some researchers believe the blue stones were chosen not for their aesthetic qualities, but for their energetic properties. It has been suggested that these stones emit a natural frequency, a resonance that interacts with the human body and possibly even the surrounding environment. Some ancient traditions attribute healing powers to blue stones, leading to speculation that Stonehenge was not only a site of astronomical significance, but also a place of energetic or spiritual transformation. Could it have been designed as an ancient healing center, a place where the sick and wounded were brought to be restored by the unseen forces radiating from the stones? Or were these blue stones chosen for an entirely different reason, one linked to the secrets of frequency, sound, and energy manipulation? If the builders of Stonehenge were aware of these properties, how did they acquire such knowledge? Was it passed down by an older, forgotten civilization, one that understood the intricate relationship between matter, sound, and energy? Or did this knowledge come from an otherworldly source, something that once walked the earth but has long since vanished into myth? If Stonehenge were merely a place of worship, why does it seem to be tied to a global pattern of sacred sites, astronomical alignments, and unexplained phenomena? Could it be that we have misunderstood the true nature of our past, that civilization before us possessed knowledge so advanced, so unfathomable, that it was erased from history to prevent its rediscovery? And if that knowledge were to resurface, what would it reveal? The deeper we dig, the more questions emerge. If human hands alone did not place these stones, then who or what helped them? If Stonehenge is more than just a relic of an ancient civilization, if it is indeed part of something far greater, part of a lost science or an interstellar connection, then what was its intended purpose? Was it designed to interact with forces beyond human comprehension, to monitor celestial movements, or to serve as a beacon for something yet to come? And most chillingly, is Stonehenge still waiting to fulfill its true function? If the stones were once aligned with cosmic events, what happens when those celestial bodies return to their appointed place in the heavens? Could Stonehenge be more than just a monument? Could it be a countdown, a signal, a dormant key waiting to be reactivated? If so, then perhaps the greatest mystery is not what Stonehenge was, but what it was built to do, and whether that moment has yet to come. The celestial precision of Stonehenge is not mere coincidence. It is a deliberate and masterful alignment with the heavens, a silent witness to cosmic rhythms that have governed our world for millennia. The monument's design aligns perfectly with the summer and winter solstices, marking the longest and shortest days of the year, an achievement that demonstrates an advanced understanding of astronomical mechanics. But was this knowledge purely for agricultural purposes, or was there a far greater purpose behind its construction? Some researchers propose that Stonehenge was not simply a solar observatory, but an intricate instrument designed to track celestial bodies beyond our own solar system. The precision of its alignment is too perfect, too intentional, to be dismissed as a mere calendar, suggesting that its builders may have possessed an understanding of planetary motion and cosmic cycles that rivals even modern astrophysics. If ancient civilizations were aware of these astronomical principles, who taught them? What compelled them to construct a megalithic structure so perfectly synchronized with the cosmos? The very nature of its positioning suggests that Stonehenge may have been a monitoring station, a cosmic tracker, or even a warning system designed to observe a celestial body of great significance, one that has since been forgotten by history, but may yet return. Some believe that Stonehenge was built to track an approaching celestial force, one recorded in the earliest texts of human civilization, the mysterious Nibiru. According to ancient Sumerian records, Nibiru is an enigmatic celestial body, a planet with an extraordinarily long and erratic orbit that supposedly returns to Earth's proximity only once every few thousand years. The texts describe Nibiru as the home of the Anunnaki, a race of godlike beings who, according to Mesopotamian mythology, descended from the stars to shape the course of human civilization. If these accounts hold any truth, could it be that Stonehenge was not only a solar tracker, but a mechanism to predict the return of Nibiru? Was it built as an early warning system for an impending celestial event, a marker left behind by those who understood the cosmic timetable far better than we do today? If Nibiru is real, if its passage through the solar system brings disruption, chaos, or even contact with beings from beyond, then Stonehenge's true purpose may have been forgotten, lost to time, dismissed by modern scholars as superstition. Yet, the eerie precision with which the monument aligns with heavenly bodies suggests otherwise. Were its builders tracking something more than just the sun and the moon? Were they waiting for something to return? This theory becomes even more compelling when we examine the global pattern of megalithic structures, each strategically positioned in alignment with the stars, as if they were part of an ancient worldwide astronomical network. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, aligns precisely with Orion's Belt, a constellation with deep ties to ancient Egyptian mythology. Machu Picchu in Peru and Teotihuacan in Mexico share inexplicable mathematical and geometric similarities that mirror planetary constellations. Even Göbekli Tepe, a site over 12,000 years old, displays an uncanny alignment with celestial movements, predating every known civilization yet exhibiting advanced astronomical awareness. How could ancient cultures separated by thousands of miles and vast oceans have achieved such a collective understanding of the cosmos? Could they have been following instructions left behind by an earlier civilization, one that had already mapped the stars with stunning accuracy? If so, did these sites serve as signal stations, tracking the same celestial bodies across different continents? Could they have functioned as beacons, transmitting messages or warnings across time, waiting for the moment when their purpose would once again become clear? The alignment of Stonehenge with other megalithic sites across the globe suggests it was not an isolated structure, but a node in a much larger, interconnected network. The Great Pyramid of Giza, Teotihuacan, and Machu Picchu all share striking mathematical relationships, some aligning with the Belt of Orion or tracing Earth's magnetic ley lines. Could it be that these ancient civilizations, separated by oceans and thousands of years, were working with the same knowledge, an understanding of energy fields, planetary movement, and cosmic cycles that has since been erased from human memory? Could these monuments have been built in anticipation of Nibiru's return, positioned strategically to detect its arrival and its effects on Earth? Some believe that these structures could have been used to monitor gravitational shifts, magnetic fluctuations, or other cosmic disturbances caused by a massive celestial body entering our solar system. If that is the case, why has this knowledge been suppressed? What did ancient civilizations know about the cycles of celestial destruction and renewal that modern science has failed to recognize? Have we forgotten the warnings left behind by those who came before us, those who may have faced the same cosmic threat in their own time? Even more chilling is the possibility that Stonehenge and other megalithic sites still hold an active function, waiting for the right cosmic alignment to be reactivated. Some researchers have speculated that the electromagnetic anomalies detected around Stonehenge could be remnants of an ancient power source, a mechanism that once functioned as a beacon, a transmitter, or even a portal. If the alignment of these sites was deliberate, does that mean they were built to operate only under specific conditions? Could it be that we are approaching a celestial event that will finally unveil their hidden function? As planetary bodies continue their preordained cycles, could it be that Stonehenge was built to come alive at a precise moment, its ancient stones silently waiting for a signal written in the stars? If that is the case, then what happens when the stars return to their appointed places? If the alignment of Stonehenge was meant to track a returning celestial force, then what does that mean for our time? If Nibiru, or another unknown planetary body, is on the horizon, could we be on the cusp of rediscovering a lost chapter of human history, a forgotten prophecy, or a warning encoded in stone? And more importantly, are we prepared for what comes next? If the builders of Stonehenge knew something we do not, then it is not just an ancient ruin. It is a message, a key, and perhaps even a countdown to an event that has yet to unfold. The legends surrounding Stonehenge go beyond its role as an astronomical monument. They whisper of a deeper mystery, one tied to portals, interdimensional gateways, and celestial beings. For centuries, Druidic and Celtic traditions have regarded Stonehenge as a sacred place where spirits and gods would manifest, a location where the veil between worlds was at its thinnest. Ancient myths tell of travelers who wandered into the circle of stones only to vanish from time, reappearing years later without having aged a day. Were these merely folk tales, or do they point to something far more profound, evidence of an ancient technology that could manipulate time and space? If these stories hold even a grain of truth, could it be that Stonehenge was designed not only as an observatory, but as a gateway, one that allowed beings, either human or non-human, to traverse between realms? Some researchers propose that Stonehenge was positioned deliberately upon powerful ley lines that weave across the Earth and are believed to amplify electromagnetic forces. These ley lines connect to other sacred and megalithic sites across the globe, forming a network that suggests a larger, interconnected system of power and purpose. Was Stonehenge placed at this precise location to harness and manipulate these unseen forces, potentially serving as a cosmic relay station, an interdimensional bridge, or even a communication hub for higher beings? This idea gains further weight when we consider the ancient Sumerian texts that describe the Anunnaki, a race of celestial beings said to have descended to Earth to guide and shape the destiny of humanity. These texts recount how the Anunnaki shared advanced knowledge in architecture, agriculture, and celestial navigation, leading some to speculate that Stonehenge may have been one of their engineered creations. If the Anunnaki once walked among early humans, could Stonehenge have been designed as a designated landing site, a beacon to signal their arrival, or even a structure through which they could pass between dimensions? The possibility that Stonehenge was engineered with the intention of facilitating direct contact between Earth and other realms is a concept that modern science hesitates to explore. Yet numerous accounts of strange lights, unexplained energy fluctuations, and even time distortions at the site continue to emerge. These anomalies suggest that Stonehenge may still hold an active presence, waiting for an alignment or an event that could reactivate its true function. This leads to one of the most controversial theories of all, the Stargate hypothesis. Some researchers propose that Stonehenge was not merely a sacred temple, but an operational portal, a gateway between dimensions, much like the legendary Gate of the Gods at Hayumarca in Peru, or the interdimensional doorways described in Hindu Vedic texts. Could this ancient structure have once functioned as a transit point, a crossing between realms? The unexplained reports of strange lights, fluctuating magnetic fields, and eerie disappearances near the site raise the question: did some unknowingly activate a mechanism that modern science has yet to recognize? The concept of stargates, interdimensional doorways enabling travel between planets, dimensions, or parallel realities, has appeared across mythologies and even within classified government research. Could Stonehenge have been built to function as such a device, awaiting the correct conditions, celestial alignments, or vibrational frequencies to reopen its passage? Reports of orbs, radiant beams of light, and magnetic anomalies detected around the site suggest that there is more to Stonehenge than meets the eye. Could it still be a dormant key, locked within an ancient code, waiting to be activated? For centuries, mainstream history has insisted that Stonehenge is nothing more than a calendar, a primitive observatory, or a ceremonial site used for religious rituals. Yet the overwhelming evidence suggests a reality far more complex, far more mysterious, and perhaps far more unsettling. The sheer precision of its astronomical alignment defies the notion that it was simply a place for ancient sun worship. The intricate positioning of its stones indicates a profound knowledge of celestial mechanics, planetary motion, and cosmic cycles. Knowledge that, according to conventional history, should have been far beyond the capabilities of its builders. If Stonehenge were merely a religious site, then why was such immense effort placed on aligning it so precisely with solstices, lunar cycles, and possibly even celestial bodies beyond our solar system? And why does this same obsessive astronomical precision appear in other megalithic structures around the world, from the Great Pyramid of Giza to Teotihuacan, from Machu Picchu to Göbekli Tepe? This is not the work of primitive minds randomly arranging stones. This is evidence of a grand, interconnected system of knowledge that was either lost, suppressed, or deliberately erased from our historical records. The deeper we dig, the more undeniable it becomes. Stonehenge was not simply an ancient monument. It was a tool, a device, perhaps even a message carved in stone, left for a generation that would one day understand its true purpose. But what was that purpose? Some believe Stonehenge was not merely a solar tracker, but a device built to predict the return of a celestial force, perhaps even Nibiru, the mysterious Planet X described in ancient Sumerian texts. If the Anunnaki did descend from such a world, as legend suggests, could Stonehenge have functioned as an early warning system? Was it part of an ancient civilization's effort to anticipate cosmic cycles beyond what mainstream history acknowledges? If this lost knowledge were to resurface, would it rewrite everything we thought we knew about the history of human civilization and our place in the universe? The chilling implication is that Stonehenge is not just a relic of the past. It could be a countdown to something in our future. Then there are the legends, stories of time distortions, travelers vanishing within the stones, only to reappear unchanged years later. Reports of electromagnetic anomalies, unexplained pulses of energy, and strange lights recorded near the monument raise further questions. Could this be residual energy from an ancient technology, a power source that modern science has yet to comprehend? If so, what was Stonehenge originally built to do? Was it meant to be activated, to serve as a conduit between dimensions, or as a beacon for something beyond our world? If this was merely a temple or a burial site, why does it display the characteristics of an advanced energy harnessing structure, one that appears connected to a larger network of megalithic sites across the globe? Could it be that Stonehenge once played a functional role, interacting with an energy field or celestial force that has long since faded from human memory? If this is true, have we already lost the key to its activation, or does it still wait for a cosmic event to reignite its purpose? Perhaps the most unsettling question is not just who built Stonehenge or how, but why. If it was meant to track something beyond our current understanding, something that was once seen in the sky and will return, what does that mean for our future? Are we approaching the cosmic moment when its purpose will be revealed? If Stonehenge is a warning, then what is it warning us about? And when the skies shift once again, will we recognize the signs left for us? Or will we, like those before us, remain blind to the message written in stone? What do you believe? A primitive observatory, a temple to the gods, or something even more powerful? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mysteries waiting to be uncovered.